Okay, so we got something special. We have like a lot of Garp videos, right? Yeah, Galaxy Punch animated. It's a fun thing. It's happening, and it's like, hey, why not? Right? We had a Garp build sitting in the bank for a while, and it's just like, I guess now's the best time. So much so that it might be Garp week, right? So it's just gauntlet on gauntlet on gauntlet. Get excited. We have like a few different versions, and traditionally, sometimes you guys may not see one of our builds, but I think since we're dedicating the week to Garp and that special punch of his, then yeah, you're gonna see at least three different builds, minimum. Maybe on a technicality four, but I can't memorize every match of everything. So there's one thing I need to get out there. We had used Cavendish, and we had taken Cavendish out. Now there's a 5-drop Cavendish that is 6k power, 2 Don X1, so you can attack active characters. What else? What am I doing? Let me like reboot my brain real quick. Okay, so a 5-drop Cavendish that gets to attack active characters, and when attacking, he has the ability to KO a 1-drop or less. And then you have to rest your leader and mill 2 cards. So resting your leader does suck, but the trade-off is you're basically getting 2 for the price of 2. So you could think of it as substituting one of your leader swing for the KO. That's it. That's all you gotta do. So being that Garp, I can put like 3 Don on Cavendish, lower a character's of cost by 3. Right? But 3 Don on Cavendish, lower a character's cost by 3. And then oh wow, look at that play. That's annoying. Bop. Lower characters by 3, swing with Cavendish on an active character for 9k. And then use Cavendish's ability to KO a 4-drop because I just lowered it by 3, right? And then they have to either counter out of a 9k swing onto their active character or let it get KO'd. So that is a powerful play, but one of the reasons why I decided to take it out is in this meta at the moment, right? And I don't know if you guys see the news about Law, but in this meta, when attacking is kind of like outdated. So it's kind of a struggle. So we had to blend more on play abilities. But yeah, another thing, as you guys seen, Garp has the best cost reduction system. It's just it's hard to come across the cards that complement him. So that's like the issue. So the trick of it is, how do you find the proper blend of cards? Because I think now, and definitely in the future, because Garp isn't future proof, we're going to get a nice blend of cards that can really coincide with his leader ability. Dag, another 10 bomb. That's sickening. But anyway, it happened. So where was I? So yeah, see, the red in Garp is, think of it as the Don X, right? That's the blend. Because back in these days, the red was about attacking. So in other words, you would use red characters, Don X them and swing and gain whatever abilities they offer, and then use like your black events or whatever to essentially KO something after reducing their cost because you're Don Xing so much with a red blend. But it just, the color combination never complemented each other well enough. Red, at the end of the day, I mean, they didn't have enough good Don X abilities anyway for us to see that as valuable. So fast forward, now we have like 3 different black characters that are Don X when attacking. You already see Brook and you see Luffy. So that 5-drop Luffy is technically better than the Cavendish. So that 5-drop Luffy trashes. You don't have to mill, you don't have to rest your leader. You could just trash the character instead. And that's the golden part about it. so you get past any cheeky effects like, as you see the cards on the board, Sabo and Borsellino. So yeah, I just felt like now is the time. But yeah, we do have a weird on play meta. So if the meta ever calms down, slows down a bit, and opens the door for a more comfortable when attacking meta, then yeah, playing Cavendish, playing Luffy, playing Brook might be real devastating for this Garp build. But that's essentially what we did up front. And as you can see, it looks like I don't know what's in our trash. So I don't know if we have like a play where we could just recover something and lower Kaido. Because Kaido's 10. And right now, hopefully player doesn't forget this, but Kaido cannot be reduced. We don't have what we need to reduce Kaido. If we have an Isho on the board, then Isho would automatically put Kaido into the range of 7, then allowing Garp's ability to take effect and go to 6. So that's why Isho is important. So part of our thought process when making Garp is like, okay, if we use certain characters that Don X them, and then they do the whole universal cost reduction, then that might make things easier. So you got Khalifa 4-drop who came out not too long ago, very recent. You have a promo Sengoku who you Don X, and he does like, the Khalifa does -1 to everybody, the Sengoku does -2 to everybody, and then you got what's his name Isho, who would do -3 to everybody. And the reason why Isho is worthy of being a boss character himself, as well as he can take any 10-drop or whatever and put them in a range of 7, so that way Garp can use his ability. So it's like once you got Isho on the board, you're just clean. You're clean to do whatever you want with cost reduction. So that's like the devastating part about it. Now we got a crap ton of blockers. So unless they got a way to get past our blockers, we're good. And they don't look healthy enough to be able to get through all this. They only got 3 cards and 1 life. I'm thinking you're going to block and counter out so you can keep a character. That's what it looks like. Well, it's up to the Kaido player. I mean, essentially they know that they're going to, that this attack is not going to go through. So unless they got a blocker, unless they got a couple of blockers in their hand, yeah, this would just be GG. Okay, got 1 blocker. And we can clearly get the blocker off the board thanks to Brook. Oh, okay, understandable, concede. G. Now here we go with the blue ace. And what else? So yeah, so hopefully this inspires some sort of creative builds. Okay, so this is one of our earlier builds. As you can see, that a little cut, slice, kick, whatever you call it, is in the deck. We had to take that out because it's like Garp doesn't have an innate engine to trash. Like, sure, there's a lot of black cards that can put things in the trash, but it's like obviously it's going to come to us easier if our leader or we had a stage just milling, you know, or if obviously if more cards within the deck trash, then yeah, sure, it's be more consistent. But as you can clearly see right now, it's just a brick. So we got 1 brand new, that's 2 in the trash. If we swing with brand new, potentially get a 3rd in the trash. And then of course we have to counter out and yada yada. So it's still going to take a while. Even with wishful thinking, it can still take a while before we can make that card usable. So yeah, so we took this out. So this is definitely one of the earlier builds. And but I still hope we catch a video with Cavendish in it. I really do, because that card was the reason why I thought Garp had hope a long time ago. Because Cavendish was around for a while. Yes, and the ability to attack active characters is extremely strong. Which is why I mean, he did come out for Rebecca, which is why he rests the leader. But one can argue that was like an overbalancing. But yeah, I mean, when you have a leader that just essentially never attacks, then you could just make all card effects, rest your leader, or whatever the heck, because it doesn't matter, right? It's not a detriment to the deck that it was designed for. Which, yeah, in the future, if we have an attack friendly meta, I can definitely see Cavendish working well with the Garp engine. But yeah, we just decided like, hey, Luffy's just the better option overall, because we can still swing with Garp. We don't have to risk milling and, you know, getting rid of something that we would have wanted, and trash. And then Cavendish does minus what am I saying? Cavendish kills a 1-drop while Luffy kills a 2-drop, so it's a little easier to climb that ladder. So we're just gonna catch the KO. Look how crazy this is, right? So we can swing, right, with Kuzan and attach Don. So we attach 2, minus something by 2, attack, minus something by 4. Like, the accessibility of just being able to cost reduce with Garp is insane. But yeah. I think the pieces are here for Garp. I think the pieces are here already. You know, it's just properly cracking the code. And I've seen so many Garp builds. Trust me, because this is one of the leaders I've been working on since day one, right? Like, low key, one of my favorite leaders. And yeah, sometimes it's just like, it's weird. I think the best way to figure out a deck is to understand what the developers wanted of the leader or of the deck, and then work around that instead of looking at it at face value and telling ourselves, oh, this is a great card for this, and this works with this, and this is, and then all of a sudden you got this real convoluted build, and it's like, when at the end of the day, it was just the most simplest system. And they made Garp to just have easy access to cost reduction. So that's it. It's just find the cards that complement that. Find the cards that can really benefit off of that real easy access to cost reduction. Because no matter what, you're gonna at least Don X2, right? Work with me here. So essentially, if you're relying on a stage card, or you're relying on a character that does the AoE cost reduction, at that point, you don't really need that much cost reduction. Because on average, Don X1, Don X2, you're already dropping something by 2. If you got a Brook in your hand, you're KOing a 3-drop easily, just off rip. I mean, look at this. See? Boom. Something that's probably already done is being done. I mean, yeah, something that's probably already done is being done. It's like, that's it. You know, it's you got Lucci. I know people already did the Rob Lucci thing, and it does make it difficult because it's hard to take advantage of rested Don. Like, it's when attacking characters, it's easier to take advantage of rested Don, i.e. you use Nami, right? So Nami moves the rested Don to a character or leader, and then Garp's effect kicks in. So like, I do get that. Like, I really do get that. But when it comes to on play, the character is not available yet to take advantage. They have to come from the hand. The Don is active. It hasn't been rested yet. So yeah, there's a bit of an annoyance behind all that. But it's like, sometimes we overthink it, right? Like, okay, well, what if we are at the 10 Don state, and then we should start attaching Don? Not even a 10 Don state, but like, respectfully, let's say we're at 6 Don. We attach 2 to Garp, and then we play Rob Lucci. So you get what I'm saying? Already that's a 4. That's good value. You know? So sometimes it's like, we might get caught overthinking things. And sometimes a simpler direction of just really taking advantage of what a card does best, just leave it at that. And then all of a sudden you just got a great engine, a good build, and you're just like doing some real damage. Okay, so I think this ace player's heart of the cards has been failing him at the moment. I don't really see anything going much for this ace player. I have an idea for how ace should be built, not played, but built. But that is one of the worst leaders out of the 3 that came in. I mean, not even one of them. No, he is the worst out of the 3 that came in. What am I talking about? You know, Red, Yellow, Sabo is definitely playable, but this guy's a struggle. But yeah, look how threatening this is. So now he puts a blocker on the board. But the reality is, if he can't remove our Luffy, that thing is just getting taken off the board. And then the fun part is, you know, especially if we have counter power, right? Luffy is 6K. I'm sure you're gonna want to attack it. You know, I'm sure you're gonna want to attack it to get it off the board. So, oh, well, he just pumped himself. Okay, so we get rid of the brand new. And look, so we're at 9. So we already got enough for that little scissors kick thingy. And we got an Isho. Ooh. And and that's another thing. Luffy doesn't need Don X. He doesn't need the Don X. You can just attack. So right now, if we really, really wanted to, we can use, let's say, the event, draw a card, swing with Luffy. Oh, okay, we're just going for game. Wait, be careful. There that goes. Attack. KO. Oh, yes. 1, 2, 3. We did 4. Okay. Anyway, big steroid pump. That's ridiculous. That's the other part of Luffy. You return a certain amount of cards to the bottom of your deck, and you get to pump them even more. That was ridiculous. I ain't gonna lie to you. So we're running it back. So yeah. I said all that winded stuff to essentially say, I'm sure somebody can take Garp to the next level. A whole nother level. That popped into my head. That did, like, while I was like, oh, reference. But I dropped the ball. On my first attempt. And Key and Peele, by the way, is one of their skits. So yeah, Marineford, Garp. Isho's the best combo, by the way. Best combo is Isho. But you could use 5 drops in Goku. It's just in a technical sense, he is of the easier variety to take off the board, right? But you can't think like that all the time. You can't always think like that. Oh man, there's no point in playing a card because they could just take it off the board. No. You can't always think like that, okay? Sometimes you just have to, play. Summon the card and play, because if they don't take it off the board, well, now you got a great advantage. So, what do you call it? Yeah, 5 drops in Goku comes out quicker. 4 drop Khalifa comes out quicker. Or 8 drop Isho. Best synergy, in my personal opinion, has the bonus of taking 2 cards out the opponent's hand if they have 6 or more. And 9K. But what I'm saying is, you just need about one of those things in play to truly be savage with Garp. I'm talking savage. We talking throwing cannonballs off the boat savage. Start galaxy punching these fools. Bow. Okay, they play the ace. Ace comes out. Leader gets pumped. I will say this. Okay, I'll say this for the this is what I'm thinking for the ace. I think he really needs the starter deck. Like, if anybody's trying to make an ace build, and if anybody thinks I might be on something, like the way his engine is, it's like he's more dependent on the cards that came from that starter deck than the other 2 leaders. I mean, obviously Luffy does use the starter deck, but the gimmick of Luffy is like bonkers, right? Like he just doing stuff. Sabo doesn't even need his starter deck cards. But I think Ace, he's truly dependent on that starter deck kit. I really do. So, and I think he's not as Don efficient as the others. The others have better Don efficiency potential. But it's like, if you really want your combos or plays to come out, you're spending 4 Don. And in theory, you're just like, in other words, your 5 drop is coming out at the cost of 4. But you do get a pump. Now you look at Luffy, oh my goodness, that's different. You look at Luffy, your 5 drops are coming out the cost of just nothing. That's Luffy. That's a big difference. So yeah, so I think if you want the ace engine to be at its best, what the heck? All those cards in hand? Okay, they bottom decked the blocker. All those cards in hand and you took the life. Oh, that's nuts. Maybe I don't know. Anyway, I mean, they did get some board removal. They did take a character off our board. Okay, they got the Luffy. I'm sure there's a Luffy in hand, right? Luffy in hand. Oh no, we got hit with the pudding. Okay, there it goes. Now, personally, well, it is a black deck, so forget what I was thinking about. Oh, he's doing it anyway. I was gonna say, I think it's better to attack the character and save the Luffy so you can at least swing and then potentially maybe use the ability as well. But I'm like, wait, it's a black deck. Nah, that Luffy's probably gonna come off the board. So it was probably better to just use Luffy's ability now so you can get value out of him and just swing at life. Oh man, we didn't even need that, right? Yeah, look at that. Oh no, I see what we're doing. Yeah, that's a lot of minusing. Okay, do we still need that though? That's 5 Dawn attached. 3, 2 Marine Ford. Yeah, we. Oh, was it to put cards at the bottom? I don't know. Long story short, yeah, we didn't need that much. We didn't need to use Ice Age. We could have saved the Ice Age, attached the 5 Dawn, and Marine Ford, and that's it. They both would have been in range. But yeah, Lucci. So you guys literally just saw Lucci has extreme value late game as a 4-drop in Garp. As a 4-drop in Garp, the late game value is insane because you have 6 Dawn to play with. So you can just reduce amongst 6, just reduce it. You already get the luxury of KOing a 2 and a 1. So if you really just go like a 1-for-1, like, you get what I'm saying? If you're really going 1-for-1, then it's like play Lucci, put, let's say, all the Dawn on whatever character, and then just KO a 7-drop, right? If you got the Marine Ford, bring the 8 to 7, and then boom. You get what I'm saying. So yeah, late game Lucci in Garp, ridiculous. Not early game Lucci, late game Lucci, ridiculous. So that's what I'm saying. If you can trust in Marine Ford, because I know in the One Piece meta, playing stages is sus. But now we got our first banned stages. It's kind of, no, what am I saying? Oh my God, forgive me. I looked foolish. We got our first, I want to say, didn't come off as broken stage, the banned stage. Because yeah, Moby Dick, I think everybody already knew that was a horror day one, The deck didn't even need the stage. But like, anyway, a thing that my friend says is if a deck needs a stage card, it's probably not a good deck, right? And now that we see how like the utilities and just being able to really get your stuff off is very important, and now people are really like trying to utilize stages. Ooh, bottom deck. It's just like, one can argue, are these black stages at least like a little bit of a win more, because they were already doing these things. Sakazuki's like, let me make it a little easier. Let me put the stage in, and you see the little benefits, so on and so forth. Some people feel that Rob Lucci needs his Enos lobby, right? Some people feel like he needs it. Some people feel like it's just, part of the game, right? It's in there. So for a stage like that to get banned is like different, is what I'm essentially saying. Because like I said, Moby Dick, that joint was, we all know that was powerful from the very beginning. We all know there was no secret there. It was just scary. But anyway, yeah, just anything can make a lot of these cards that have these early drops just take out big drops. So yeah, Marine Ford in Garp, or whatever character you want. If it's gonna be Isho, if it's gonna be Khalifa, if it's gonna be the promo Sengoku, and it'll be funny, right? I ain't gonna lie to you. Using promo Sengoku, because then if it really like if the Garp engine just works like that, or build, if somebody comes up with a tournament worthy build, oh my god, then we'll have another bugged out promo, because it's an old promo. That 5-drop Sengoku is old, right? It's an old promo. So that joint was skyrocketing in price. So I'll tell you this, don't buy it unless you just have that level of confidence. Because I could imagine they're real cheap right now. But if somebody was to take a Garp deck, play that Sengoku, top with it, oh my god, 10x your money. Okay, so this is kind of a Hail Mary. We got our blocker. They only got one available attack. They just created a blocker, but you guys already seen how easy it is for this Garp deck to take something off the board. So he's gonna lose the blocker. If he can't take our character off, or at least one of the characters off the board, then what do you call it? Then yeah, he's gonna have to deal with 3 attacks, and that's not gonna be good for him. Okay, he gets 2. He gets the swing. He's going for board. That's the best play. I mean, to be honest, it's Garp. It's Garp. Yeah, take that last life. Okay, cool. His turn. Marine Ford. Attach Dawn. Summon Brook for 3. Goodness. Summon Brook. Take him off. Gets the swing. That's funny. So we got 1 done just in case we need 1 more attack. Is that what it is? Ooh, that was interesting. GG. So yeah, that's it. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, what do you call it? We're going up against Green Uta, which is like known for really flooding the board. So I guess you get to see how Garp can handle like constant board presence, right? The benefits is the Rob Lucci. So we do. So like I said, we have several builds, several combinations, and I really hope one of these things truly inspires one of y'all to just take it to a whole nother level. I don't know if I did it right. But here we go. So they're gonna lose that Usopp, right? Garp probably looking a little toxic. See, that's the beauty with the 3-drop Brook. Oh my god, when I saw him, I was like, oh my god, thank you, because it's just too much. You know, real quick, there is another card that's coming out. It is a Usopp that KOs a 4 when he's attacking, but you need an 8-drop on the board. So I'm just like, yo, this is nuts. So God forbid Garp in a when attacking meta, if it calms down, let's say board move calms down, let's say on plays just not the way, and you're just attacking, oh my god, you need 1 Isho and you got a little 3-drop Usopp taking out Lord knows what, because minimum is 4. That's crazy. That's gonna be crazy. Now the only problem is it's a bit of a selective card combination, but like 8-drop Moria didn't get banned, right? So 8-drop Moria play, you get Usopp. You already know Usopp can now attack and take out a 4-drop minimum just by playing Moria. You play Isho because Isho goes with Garp really well. Well, guess what? Now you play if Usopp isn't on the board, or if he isn't, you get it. Just combo. They both on the board. Attach to Dawn. Minus by 4, you take out an 8. You take out an 8, and all you did was attach 1 Dawn, and you take out an 8. Like, that's insane. But yeah, you see how fantastic starting to count Dawn, knowing that they don't really have they got the event. If they really, really want this off the board, there is an event that they can use to take it off the board. So many cards in hand. It's like every Isho drop is worth it. Oh my god. Hody Jones. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. It's because like they play Hody and Kuzan is always known as the threat of threats. So it's just kind of funny. I don't think we don't got that much Dawn, right? So we combine it by 4, by 5, 6, 7. But yeah, we're just one shy. So if we was at the 10 Dawn state, this would work. But we're just not. Unless we summon Rob Lucci? Is that what we're gonna do? Or we don't even summon Isho. We got so much Dawn to work with, to be honest. We don't even need to summon Isho. Okay, we're going for it anyway. Okay, okay, I respect it. We keep our board up, knowing guaranteed next turn we're taking that off the board. Oh, forget it. They know what it is. Threats is threatening. Oh, okay. They just assumed Isha wouldn't be 9K. I get it. It happens. I don't think you can afford to protect that. Oh my god. Yeah, that misplay was a misplay. -4, -3. So they're both -4. So they're both 3. But give what's that dude's name? I just drawing a blank on the searcher. Brand new, right? Give brand new some Dawn. Let him attack. So many cards in hand. Look at that. That's ridiculous looking. I mean, you have plenty of Dawn. You have plenty of Dawn. So I would just put Dawn on brand new, swing, summon. Yeah, you still need like 2 more -1s. So yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna put like 2 on brand new. Well, you got no other play, right? Let me see. Okay, so they're both 1-drop, so it doesn't matter. That's the funny thing about Yuta. Like the hand sizes be insane, right? And then once you start attacking, it just all just craps, like diarrhea, just bleh. The only thing I can think of, I mean, I'm okay with not attacking with Isho if you want to make sure, yeah, because we got no, oh, okay, they quit. Understandable. We got 3 life. Like, I get it. It's understandable. G or G. All right, so we're going up against Boa. I hope so far the gameplay has got the creative juices going, because I don't know, it's looking kind of good to me. As we are going up against a Boa, and I mean, blue does have the bottom decks as you saw during the ace match, but Boa be bouncing too, so I can imagine that's going to be a frustrating thing for Boa to deal with. Now we could focus on board removing right now. The real threat, since Jinbei already has used this ability, it would be what's that? Mihawk. It'll be trying to get Mihawk off the board. See, now I feel that was a little risky. Oh wow. Okay, man. Oh, we keeping both our characters up. So the reason why I felt that was risky is because I'm like, if you want to use Brook as an option, you just, oh, we lost somebody. I'm like, yeah, if you want to use Brook as an option, you just gave them the potential to have a trigger to take them off the board, but it didn't work out that way. Okay, pressure, God. This game is looking in Boa's favor already. Down to 2 life. Our board got hit with some reset buttons, and the Boa managed to cycle 2 cards. Okay, so we are at the 7 Dawn state. Their board was in jeopardy of like really losing a few characters, but that bounce play was kind of clutch. See, so Boa is definitely gonna commit to a block, but I think the trick here is to swing on the character, attach Dawn, subtract, swing, and then swing again, and hopefully if the Boa just somehow messes things up, we can get 2. We're going for the blocker? Okay. So I was thinking just do the cost reduction on the Mihawk, because you create a scenario where you could potentially guarantee the Mihawk coming off the board. And then yeah, when you cost reduce on a blocker, it encourages them to just block with the blocker. And essentially we can't afford, oh, I see. Smart. We still got 2 off the board. Let's go. Why wasn't I thinking that? I'm like, yeah, technically Brook can take out 2, right? And that's how you do it. You just use the ability on one and attack the other. Is this worth saving? That's a lot of cards. Yeah, you got Rebecca. You can let it go. You got Rebecca. You got Rebecca's. You can let it go. You can let it go. You got Rebecca's. Rebecca. We're overthinking right now. There it goes. Okay. Yeah, you could just attach Dawn, swing, play Rebecca, get the Brook, catch a KO. Why are we looking at Ice Age? How much Dawn we working with? We got like 9. Yeah, we had 9. So probably the end result could, we had 9. So we're not going to get that luxury of double. Okay, I see. We want to develop 2. Is that what it is? Because we do Rebecca, we do Kuzan, and we catch the KO with Brook. That's what we're going to do. We do have, oh wow, we drew a Brook. We do have another Ice Age. And there you go. I wonder if people are just frustrated with Black. See, that value is so trash, man. He came out at the worst time. Because I promise you, if that card came out now, it'll probably say bottom deck and he will be 5K. Like, you get what I'm saying? It'll be like bottom deck a 3, 5K attack. Like, he came out at the worst time. And I get it. I truly do get it. It's like constantly bouncing cards that don't have on play effects. It really will hurt your opponent. It would really set your opponent back. So I truly understood why they're like, you know what? We're going to overbalance this card. But yeah, it just didn't matter. Back in those days, where it was still good to bounce a Rush Zoro. I'll tell you that though. They're like, in our minds, we tricked ourselves into thinking, oh, it got rushed. There's no point. Yes, there is a point. Because if you bounce it, they still got to play the 3 just to get that rush attack. Whereas, you know, it's on the board and they can attach 3s and swing. It's like, that's the part you don't want. I guess we're just deciding who's worth taking off the board. I'm surprised we ain't going for Boa. She's 6. We must got other plans. I think I know what the plans we got. We're gonna summon both the Brooks, right? Is that what's happening? I think I see it. Ice Age too strong. We just count our Dawn. And then, yeah, we can attach one more. They should take that. That's 8K. That's a lot to block right now. You're at 4 life. It's okay. You could go to 3. You could definitely go to 3. I believe it's better that you go to 3 life. Yeah, hopefully we can win y'all trust with all these Gauntlet videos to kind of really show that there's something there. Like, you get what I'm saying? There's something there. But yeah, the Rob Lucci match is gonna be a little tough. The Law match is gonna be a little tough because you're just competing with that constant board removing. And I'm kind of glad that Law got hit. Okay, I felt like if y'all seen it and saw any type of translations, apparently the new Law ability is they just like Sakazuki, they're reprinting the card, and the new Law ability is bottom deck one of your own characters of 3,000 power or more. Still Dawn -3, by the way. Then you can you can then summon a Hearts Pirate from your hand. You can summon a Hearts Pirate from your hand. And that's it. For 4 less cost. There you go. 4 less cost. And I'm like, ugh. That's just not okay. But hey, Bandai just loves making sure something's just not playable anymore. That's how they choose to errata something. So okay, so on that spectrum, we don't have to worry about Law no more. But board removal in a leader is dangerous. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a constant ability to remove something off the board. So board removal through a leader is dangerous. You only got like the OG Sakazuki, Black Sakazuki. Look how beneficial that play was. It was a little bit of a cheeky play because it's like we stopped them for being able to even gain resource by doing that. So now their hand size is still 3, regardless if they wanted to take all that damage or not. And then yeah, we just removed 2 off the board. Isn't this excessive? Oh, okay, add it to hand. I was like, is this excessive? Oh, bounce. They gave us back the Sabo. The attack. I mean, we got blockers in hand, but who knows? Either 1K out of it or just block. Okay, there we go. That's what I was thinking. I figured the Rebecca's just a better option. Okay. Reduce by 1. And then if we Kuzan attack, reduce by 4. And that's it. We can attack with a Brook. And they choose to counter out. I think the pressure might be better. So just Don 1 the Brooks. Play another Kuzan, draw. I mean, we wouldn't want to risk a bottom deck trigger, I would say. Okay, so we're just going to deprive them of value. Okay, we get Luffy on the board. And we'll get our blocker on the board. Okay. Double summon. Keeping that Sengoku there. That Sengoku's been there from day 1. This is ridiculous. Trying to see what they can draw into by bouncing back the pudding. There we go. A real big down investment. Oh, that's not a real big down investment. They're going for... We could just block, right? And then just accept the fate of the next swing. Oh, okay then. That's crazy. Then we just catch the free block. So they must have a defensive event if they're leaving 2 up. That's the only thing I can think of. They're 1 shy of an E-show. So at this point, we can minus something by 2, automatically trash it when we swing with the Luffy. Don't need Luffy's ability right now. 8 is plenty. They choose to counter out, so that's kind of dangerous, but maybe it might be the right move. Swing for 7 to remove. They play defense. Okay, so they're definitely taking this one. I can't see them not taking this one. Swing for 7 again. Another former board removal. And that's it. I can't see them winning this next turn. That's it. We have too many characters on the board. 2 life. A blocker. That's it. This is game. Oh, I just dropped the bottle. Okay, they bounce our blocker. They get our Kuzan off the board. No, they don't, I guess. Oh, hey, give us a sub. I think that was a fun run. GG.